Title: Ellie the Elephant. New York's wackiest taxi driver. Once upon a time in the bustling city of New York, there lived a cheerful elephant named Ellie. Unlike any ordinary elephant, Ellie had a special dream. She wanted to be a taxi driver. With her bright yellow cab decorated with colourful stickers of balloons, stars and flowers, Ellie was ready for her first day on the job. As the sun rose over the skyline, Ellie hopped into her cab, tied up her pink polka dot scarf, and rang the shiny bell hanging from her rear-view mirror. Time to hit the streets, she trumpeted with excitement. Her first passenger was a giggling clown named Bobo. To the Central Park Boathouse, shouted Bobo, bouncing up and down on his seat. As they drove, Bobo started juggling bananas, sending them flying all around the cab. Oops, sorry, Ellie, he laughed as one landed on her trunk. With a chuckle, Ellie picked it up and took a bite. Yummy, she said, and that made Bobo laugh even harder as they sped past the tall buildings. Next, Ellie picked up a group of chatty squirrels. Take us to the best nut shop in town, squeaked Sammy, the leader of the squirrel squad. They filled the cab with laughter and reminded Ellie of all the funny things about living in the city. One squirrel started telling the tale of how he tried to steal a hot dog from a busy vendor. But instead, I got chased by a dog with a very big bark, he squealed, making Ellie burst into a fit of giggles. As they zoomed through Times Square, Ellie's next passengers were two penguins named Penny and Pippin. We're heading to the ice skating rink, they squawked. It was a hot summer day, and Ellie thought it was a funny sight to see two penguins in the sweltering heat. As they shuffled in the back seat, Penny pulled out tiny ice cubes from her backpack, tossing them into the air for a cool splash. Let's make it winter, she yelled. The cab was now a fun, icy wonderland with water droplets glistening all around. Soon after, Ellie picked up a forgetful wizard named Whizzleby. Take me to the magic show, he declared, but then scratched his head. Which magic show? I forgot. Ellie laughed and said, let's find the one with the disappearing rabbits. With a flick of his wand, Whizzleby made a colourful rabbit appear, and the cab filled with cheer as it danced in the back seat. It looks like I'm your new assistant, cried Ellie, twirling her trunk in delight. As the day went on, Ellie encountered all sorts of funny passengers. A dancing robot who kept asking for more cool dance beats, a talking parrot who only said, Polly wants a taxi ride, and even a band of musical mice who insisted on singing the whole way to a cheese festival. Finally, as the sun began to set, Ellie parked her taxi in front of the warm glow of the city light. All her passengers cheered and clapped for Ellie, excited from their silly adventures throughout the day. Thank you for the best ride ever, shouted the clown Bobo as he tossed confetti into the air. With a big happy smile and her heart full of joy, Ellie waved goodbye to each of her friends. I can't wait for another day of adventures, she trumpeted joyfully, knowing that with every ride, there were more silly stories and delightful laughter waiting just around the corner. And with that, the gentle giant drove home, dreaming of the funny passengers she would meet tomorrow in her New York City taxi.